We're getting started. Let's go. Go full screen here for a second. What's up, guys? Feel like it's been longer than it has since our last stream on Thursday. Last week. Got a huge box right there. Looks terrible in the camera, but we actually have some pretty interesting and new stuff to talk about. I'm gonna fix my wall behind me and grab a box because we will be doing a live unboxing. So if you guys are here early, be sure to hit like on the stream. Helps it out, and we'll get started here in a few minutes. Sooner than that, maybe 1 minute. Damn. My damn room divider is getting a little crusty, boys. See this right here? That's what we call no bueno. Not good. That's no bueno. But I guess this was like $70 on Amazon. So what can you expect, really? I mean, I guess I could take better care of it, but it is what it is. Come on, baby. I really want one of those like sick wooden ones. The actual like old school Japanese or Chinese room dividers. I think that would be sick. Maybe this light right here. Problem with this light, it's so fucking orange. I need like, what I need is a black curtain on the light behind me, because the way my current setup is, it's just not that good. But we're making it work. Everyone knows this is not a channel about the maximum production quality, but we don't really need that when we're talking spring summer 24. I got a teaser trailer for anyone that's watching right now, what we're gonna unbox later on in this stream. Can you guess what it is? Take a wild guess. We'll leave that for later. Okay. Just gonna give people some time to hop in here. The thing is, guys, you know, I understand that any off-season stream when the Supreme season is not currently going, we're always gonna have a little less people in here, except we got Philip Pepper in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna be unboxing a car, Philip. Dude, the stream is so small today, Philip. I literally might play a game of COD. I've done that a few times. It looks terrible. Really, what I need to do is get my Tomasu its own stream key, so I can actually stream COD and maybe build up that gaming channel, because the people here do not want to see gaming, but that's okay. Gaming is kind of cringe. How exposed do we want? Probably like 6. Turn the gain down a little bit. Get the shadows back. Ooh, look at that. I mean, that's all right. We could crank the brightness up right here. All right. Eating some overnight oats right now. Delicious. Says we got 6 people in here. I guess we'll get started on the season. Is that good enough? That's pretty good. Pretty zoomed in. Full screen action. These are the dates, folks, for SS24. Teaser. The date may vary, which I love that. It's like, we don't really know when this is coming out, but February 6th, early February, is when we're expecting to see a teaser for the new season. And if we want to really go crazy, we could just go on the Supreme's website, which is currently closed, right? Go to news, make this like way bigger. I'm talking, get it honking big. You heard me right, honking big. Put it about right there. Go to archive. So I believe they put the teasers up in the news feed. Okay, so Fall Winter 23 was announced. This is the actual full preview. The teaser was the 9th of August. So if we go back to Spring Summer 23, the teaser was February 8th, which if we look back in time, what date was February 8th? What day of the week was it? February 8th was a Wednesday. If we take that, it doesn't have to be Wednesday. It probably will be. February 7th is the date. I would see this probably happening. Drops has it, or Drops by Jay has it as February 6th. But again, the date may vary. Supreme Drops, I think, has it at, I think maybe the 7th? It's in my thumbnail. February 7th. I would wager, if we're going by history, it would be on Wednesday. But Supreme can kind of just do their own thing. So, letting people trickle on in. Trickle. Remember to hit like, guys. It really does help the stream out, especially during the off season when we're not getting tons of people looking up Supreme, tons of newcomers. It's a lot of old heads around here, a lot of old-fashioned SupThomas community members, and we love to see that. Thanks again on 1,700 subs. I actually posted a short last week that went absolutely bonkers this week. And it was Tyshawn Jones, Supreme's very own skater king. And he really was going crazy in the in the Louis Vuitton Tims. And we went ahead and just reposted this. Added some music to it. I put it on TikTok and that saved the music, but this dude straight up skating in the new Louis Tims, which is insane. Like, I'm not a skater. I used to skateboard when I was 8. I never learned how to ollie, and I gave up very early because it was scary. I was the kid at the skate park with the rollerblades. But from what I do know about skating, you typically don't wear boots when doing it, I think. It's under my impression people usually wear skate shoes, maybe some Vans, some Nike SBs. It stands for skateboarding, believe it or not. And yeah, Tyshawn just says, I don't give a fuck. I'll skate the Louis Tims. See what happens. But yeah. Philip, if you're still watching, bro, we're still early on. Not a lot of people in chat. If you want me to play COD, I'll play a quick solo game if you're still watching. Because we don't have a whole lot to really talk about. Except for the dates, and we're just waiting on people to hop on in and discuss. I could even put that on like a text file and just have it on the screen. Low key, bro. Let's see. Text. Do I have text already? I think I do. Nope. Text. Create new. SS24 dates. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Okay, we got teaser. 2/7/24. We'll do Feb 7th. And then we got lookbook. We'll just leave that at Feb 12th. Then week 1, Feb 15th. And we'll just keep it that simple. Color, we'll do white with a black stroke. Can you do stroke on? You can. That's huge. We'll put it behind the Supreme logo. Right there. Maybe on the top. Troubleshooting, guys. Trying to get some good text placement for this guy. Top corner? Right here. And then go to filters, add. Do I have to add stroke in? I have to be able to do it in actual OBS. I think. Outline. There it is. Beautiful. So that's color. Black. And the size, we'll make it like 10. And then change the font. That font is so ugly. Make it Futara. Futara heavy. Ooh, there we go. That looks pretty. That looks pretty top notch. Pretty top notch, top grade. Yeah, 21. Can you do something for me? Ooh, look at that. Look at that boy. We'll keep that right about here. Maybe? Or lower right. I need someone's help. Someone needs to tell me what to do. I can't make a decision. Put it up the top. Right there. Boom. There it is, folks. But yeah, what else is going on, guys? I mean, shit. Quiet little chat today. I know we got a small stream, but I'm not used to just solo podcasting like this. I need a topic. I need someone to fucking talk shit about. To talk epic shit. Whoa. I didn't want to group it with that. I just look terrible. Maybe we'll do it, God, my ADHD, OCD is really making this tough. We just got to commit to top right. And then maybe add like a... Yeah. Leave it at that for now. Man, I'm just looking at these dates here. Really? That is in 1, 2, 3 weeks from now. We're going to have actual straight up Supreme 2024 teaser. And we have already seen some items that have been leaked for the upcoming season. We have this Cash Money S logo design. Again, featuring on our boy Tyshawn skating it up. Absolutely grinding. Pretty super sick. Honestly. And we love to see it. We honestly love to see it. I think it's a pretty cool piece, low-key. And also, last but not least, the Tetris. The Supreme Tetris set is dropping for SS24. And that's pretty cool. Love to see that. But man, dead stream today, guys. You know, can't win them all. We're still out here. I've been honestly working really hard on a new video, so I would love to showcase the beginning of it if anyone would like to see it. But I find it difficult to continue to talk seemingly to myself. But hey, you know, we have some pretty awesome streams during the full season, and right now, you know, it's Friday. People are feeling the dreariness of the dead Supreme season. No one is really feeling like even coming out talking about it. Supreme is dead, people are saying. And you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. But there's still cool stuff dropping. Like, you can go over to Hype Beast and take a little look-see at what other brands are coming out, or to our boy Fauntleroy's Discord and take a looky-loo at some smaller brands to see what's coming out. These are our private messages, so don't really want to show that for too long, but nothing personal in there. That's Pep. What's up, Pep? You're featuring on the stream. Fauntleroy. We got Streetwear News. Fuck the population leaks. Okay. Here we go. We got Boris and Spook. I still have yet to cop FTP. Maybe we'll do some here on the stream for the first time this upcoming season. Got a block t-shirt. That's kind of cool. Fuck the population in a very basic text. We have, wow, Cray Too Sick. I don't even know who this dude is. Black Cray. Fuck yeah. We got skateboard. Is that like the Zodiac Killer? We got a Zodiac Killer skateboard. That's pretty sick. Another skateboard from FTP. That is the Zodiac Killer right there. And you got to collect them all to make the full picture. People love serial killers. Serial killers, so hot right now. Damn. Following Supreme, they are making a snowboard, it looks like, with some guns right here. We got like a sniper. We got like a FAMAS. Those look like Call of Duty icons right there. Silence pistol, like a USP 45, looks like a little Mac 10, Tommy gun, the MP5. It literally has, yeah, those are like Call of Duty icons. That's cool. FTP, that's sick. More FTP stuff, leak, champions. Again, I've never copped FTP, but pretty cool. Minier, Jordan 4, leak. That's sick. Hell yeah. People love 4s. We got Kith Bose open earbuds, dude. Jesus. Kith for Bose. I mean, how much of a hype beast do you have to be to cop? Yeah, you know what? I need Kith earbuds. That's what I need in my life. That shit is humorous. Clip-ons. I mean, those are neat, I guess. If you need earbuds, get them. But I would just cop Sony earbuds and save some money. But I'm sure these Bose ones are pretty dope, I guess. They look cool in these pictures. But they're just earbuds. Hell yeah. What do we got from low-key brands? I love this Discord because it helps me find a bunch of stuff that I would never know about. We got this Sam Evans American artist pre-orders. Interesting. Don't really know what that's about. Oh, ASSE. 1500 or nothing. Huh. Antisocialsocialclub.com. Now, what is this collab? I've never actually copped Antisocial, but I know you have to get your, like, access. Decline offer. How do you look at their actual collection? There's one collection that I've talked about so many times, and it's the Formula One Undefeated collab, which is pretty cool. Siegelman's Stable. That's neat. Shoe Palace X WWE. This is already out. I mean, all right. I fuck with that. And then we got Stussy coming out today. Pretty soon. 1 p.m. EST. That's a really nice jacket or coat. Our Legacy. Got a flannel. Got some baggy cargos. Leather jacket. Nice. Kind of like a Sherpa, maybe faux fur. Zip up right there. That's neat. Looks like some Doc Marten type boots. Maybe they're slip-ons. I think they might be like slip-on clog boots. Right on. Nice little fit right there. Another jacket and a view of the cargos. It's pretty cool. Can we pop over to Stussy.com and see what's happening? Where's their release? Do they have new arrivals? Damn, they have some cool stuff. What do they have in terms of shirts? Because I am looking for a nice button up. And I probably should get something at the thrift. Save some moolah. But a piece like this is definitely on my radar for Supreme this year. I'm kind of going to make it an effort to actually cop something like this before getting any hypebeast shit. More or less. Damn. Unfortunate that couldn't get more people in here. That's all right, though. That is all right. We are still here doing it. And people can watch the VOD if they want to learn about when the dates are. Again, I'll put them on the screen. These are the Supreme Spring Summer 2024 dates. Yet again. Here we go. Put it on screen one more time. From Drops by Jay. Estimated to be basically the first week of February. We'll start to see the teaser, preview and lookbook the second week. And again, February, shortest week or shortest month of the year. So that, I guess the first week of February is technically the first, second, and third, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then the 4th on Sunday, that, I guess, first full week on the 7th, we'll get that teaser. Drops by Jay has it as February 6th, but it typically comes out on Wednesday. So again, the date might vary. And then we get the preview and lookbook later on, early the next week. That kind of, it's kind of like the third week of February. It is the third week of February. Kind of. I mean, it starts, February is a short ass month, and it starts, the 1st is on a Thursday, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But basically February 12th, that Monday, we should see that preview and lookbook with then the collection that comes out on the 15th, which is so fucking sick because I always love how nowadays with the drop they do online and in store, it's the same week. Because it used to be, I don't know if you guys remember how new you are to the brand, but Supreme used to always release in store first. So resale items used to go crazy the first week, even more than they do, because you couldn't buy them online until that next week. And then they kept going with the similar schedule, which was kind of weird, kind of cool though. And then the in-store, again, online 15th. First collab will be not the week 2. Because week 2, well, it is week 2, but there's a week in between week 1 and week 2 now. So the February 22nd, there will not be a drop. They'll let week 1 kind of sit because there's a lot of items that come out for week 1. And then we go right into the 29th with the first collab. If they did Jordan right off rip and just said, fuck it. Could you imagine, guys, if Supreme really just said, fuck it, and went hard like that? I guess I do have the Japan dates as well, which are more or less the same, pretty much, except the teaser's on the same date, preview and lookbook on the same date, in-store and online is February 17th, first collab is March 2nd. So Japan has a slightly later schedule release on that stuff. Why do they do that? I have no idea. I'm not Supreme HQ. Love to be, but we're not. We got Death Race for Brick by the Canvas Dawn, and we're just immediately back into the low-key brands. We got the coffee hitting. Dude, Otaku Hours. Come on, bro. The Millennium Eye on a belt. That's actually kind of fresh. I would never buy that, but that's kind of sick. All right, we're getting some more people in here. What's up, guys? We're talking about the Supreme Spring Summer 23 or 24 dates, which we have right here on the top of the screen. And if anyone wants to ask me any questions, talk about shit, talk about Supreme, talk about this brand, you feel free. I've never heard of this Otaku Hours, but it's kind of sick. What is this jacket? This is the Hell's Gate jacket. I'm looking at these curse mark clogs though. Are these Birkenstocks? What is that Skizzy Mars line? These are Isabel Marant's, not Birkenstocks. And I was like, damn. That's cool. Dude, this is actually sick. The cursed mohaired sweater. Curse mark Sasuke. That's interesting. I love this style too. How big it is. How baggy. Man, I wish I knew about that in the winter. I probably can't justify copping this because Hypeland released a curse mark jacket recently, which is my kind of go-to anime brand. And they did it with basically a white and black. Go to their Naruto collab. They sold out of the white one. Okay. There's supposed to be a purple one on the way, which looks pretty sick. Sherpa half zip. Speaking of anime merch, I copped something for the girlfriend. And we've been watching a ton of One Piece. We got into it from the live action. And she kind of has been talking about this Sherpa jacket for a long time now. It's a reversible Sherpa jacket with the gum fruit on it from One Piece, which I think is pretty sick. Right there. Gamu. I love the Sherpa on the outside. And that's really neat. Kind of pulls up like that. The brand's called Elysium, which is pretty neat. And that's the reversible side, which the reversible looks really good with the Sherpa on the inside. And looks like high quality. Motifs from One Piece. Yeah. Don't think it's really an official collab. I know it's definitely not. This one is cool too. The Mira flame. But it's just a little harder to rock something like that. But definitely some cool jackets and One Piece inspired merch. This is the Ace Varsity jacket. I would definitely rock this. Hell yeah. I think this is a sick piece. Right here. We got the E on there for their brand Elysium. We have the Fire Fruit. Some Ace patches on the side. Obviously the Whitebeard Pirates right there is dope. And yeah, it looks neat, you know, for an upstart brand. I think they did a really good job on the execution. It looks high quality. $200 too. I think is a fair price for a varsity jacket like that. But yeah, that's Elysium. But yeah, guys, not much else to say. I mean, we've talked about the dates, right? Here they are once again. We talked about some low-key brands from The Fauntleroy's Finest Discord. I guess we could look at, we got some Revenge official stuff coming out. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Bo. What's up, dude? We were just kind of talking, or I was just kind of talking about maybe ending the stream a little early today. I'll probably go 20 more minutes, but kind of a dead middle of the winter type of stream here today, which is fine. We have a little more casual. Damn, is this from the Batman? Oh yeah, this is that fucking what is this comic called? This is like the Batman loses his mind, Joker takes him over. Dude, what the fuck is this called? Is this Revenge Designs? No. Some bare knuckle pants. That's pretty cool. What is that comic called? It's like one of the most powerful Batmans, low-key. So I've been told. And it's a pretty neat design. 3 little birds measurements. Interesting. Deadstock, Luis, X, Let's Vintages, Dark, Hadouken? Yeah, we're just looking at low-key brands right now. Again, here are the SS24 projected dates. I can move them here while we look at some other brands. Batman Who Laughs, bro. Yes, this guy knows. Daniel's son knows the Batman Who Laughs. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy shirt. I fuck with it. It's pretty neat. I wonder how much that is. Pre-order $60. And this Street Fighter stuff. That's cool. We have Fucked. Oh, Fucked coming out today. Mailing list drop. So you have to be subscribed to their mailing list, I suppose. And they will be dropping stuff today. It looks like at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. We already looked at Stussy, but Stussy is also having a drop today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Born and Raised x LA Kings hockey mask. That's fucking wild. That comes out today at 12 p.m. PST. So that is, if it's almost 10 o'clock here, that means it's almost 8 o'clock. No, I mean, it's almost 9 o'clock on Pacific time. Oh, sorry guys, I have a quick phone call. Take this really quick. Wow, just got great news from my girlfriend. Shout out. I had to drop my car off today at the Safelite Auto to get the windshield fixed, and she is picking it up for me because I am on stream. How about that? Yes, Bo, you were correct. There was a mini Tetris thing that you saw flash by, and we can go back to it right here. We'll get into Supreme. We'll talk about, what we know about this upcoming season. Right here, Supreme and Tetris are collabing on a miniature accessory. I think something like this would be a pretty safe cop. If you want to resell something like this, it depends on what the retail is. I would project this to be anywhere from $24 to maybe $42. I would really like to see this at the $32 price point, maybe even a little cheaper. And it just depends on how many they sell. The red one will do better because it looks like a red. It looks like something that would be red. Obviously, you can get the black one too, but pretty simple Tetris Mini. Let's see how much a regular Tetris Mini costs. Tetris Mini for sale. Does they have an official one? Because I don't actually have... I don't think Drops put that on. Tetris Mini. That's a cool mock-up. This won't be what it looks like, but it'll be something similar. Tetris Mini accessory. Keychain. Damn, it seems like Tetris is probably old enough that people just started making it. The Tetris Junior. Tetris Mini game key. Okay, Game Tech official product. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Tetris Mini Game Tech. Okay. Keychain. Game Tech. Okay. Tetris.com. Oh baby, Tetris.com. Now available in Japan as of 2020. Wow, Tetris has just the most updated news. I'm on Tetris.com, bro. How about Tetris.com? Do you guys remember? I don't know. When I was a kid, I would go to shit like Batman.com and just look at Batman. Spiderman.com. Be like, sick. I love Spider-Man. I love going to Spiderman.com. And I feel like I would also go on Tetris.com if I was a kid. What is the price of this guy? Please tell me. Available only in Japan, dude. They get everything. Come on. You got 3 different games. What was the price? Tetris Mini Keychain Game Tech price. This guy wants $100 for this thing, dude. Okay, officially licensed. Here we go. We're on NintendoLife.com. What is the price? About 14 USD. Consider that as 2020 prices. Yeah, bro, it is really good timing for Tetris, Sleeping Elephant. Really good point, man. That kid beat Tetris super recently. Okay, officially licensed, handheld by Game Tech. 14 USD. I'm guessing we could see like $19, 15. Obviously, Supreme can put their logo on it and charge 32, but we probably won't see it in the 40s. I'd be shocked if this was in the 40s, especially if it's this small, right? Like this is a backpack right there. It's like a pretty small kind of standard school bag. And if it's that small, then I don't think they'll charge a bunch for it, but you never know. You think Tetris music is copyrighted? Be a sick way to get a Tetris strike on my channel. Tetris. Tetris Mini. Oh fuck yeah, bro. Give it to us straight. What do we got here? We got 3 different game modes. Yes, Moto. 20. I can't read that, bro. My Japanese is so bad. Sick. I mean, it's Tetris, bro. Hell yeah. Different colors. I saw that word. That was color. Right on. Some colors we could expect. Probably get 2. Maybe 3 colors. Like the Tamagotchis we got last season. Or maybe 2 seasons ago. Sick. That's neat. And according to the tweet, did it say Game Tech? It doesn't. So we don't actually know who will be creating it. This is just Supreme Drops' mock-up. And I would imagine that if it is confirmed as a Tetris Mini, they would probably do that Game Tech one we just looked at, because that's the most recent Tetris kind of thing that we've seen. Supreme Plus looks like a Japanese version. This guy is saying these are the Japanese dates. So teaser 2.5, preview and look 2.12. What are these guys up to? Oh, bro, these guys are just doing the same shit. just on the Japanese side of things. That's sick. 30th anniversary. I translate the post. 30 years. Featured commemorative items are scheduled to be released around the end of April. We are currently publishing columns including leaked images and recent archives. I don't even know about this website. It's all in Japanese. Supreme Plus. Fuck yeah. Let's get it on, boys and girls. We have translate. We have translate on this sucker. We'll rock with it in Japanese. See if there's any other information. When the hell was this posted? Oh, this is Inside Out. Right? Or that's Sworda Scarvy? Swada? This is old. Swarvosky. Is it old? Maybe not. That's a picture I haven't seen yet. That's kind of cool. We got this guy. All Winter 20. Huh. Just posting random shit. That's dope. I love seeing different people talking about Supreme. That's dope. Okay, we'll get off that for now. That was neat. That was a fun journey we just went on. Let's go back to the dates right here. Okay, Sleeping Elephant. Valentine's week gonna be a monster week. Yeah. That's week 2, right? Is Valentine's Day like February? I don't even know when Valentine's Day is. It the 14th? Wednesday, February 14th. Hell yeah. First week was badass. Last season just got to be half as good as last one. Yeah, I mean, I think with Supreme having their 30th anniversary this year, we're really going to see some awesome items. Like we got the Jordan collab projected to come out. We have definitely more Nike stuff. Again, that's kind of Jordan, but we'll definitely have the items that we've seen so far. We got Tetris. We got the usual suspects. We'll get a North Face. We'll maybe get another Timberland. Maybe not Timberland in the spring, but all the VF Corp brands will be there. We got Vans. Hopefully the Vans collab is actually good. And I would love to see a continuation of Supreme bringing out vintage pieces from the archives. That would be really cool to see. Obviously a new box logo. T-shirt will come out. That will be cool. I'd love to see some unique designs, kind of like the camo stuff we saw. But yeah, it'll be exciting and we'll be pumping out the content week by week. Obviously leaked stuff. We'll get a video out. Here we go. 2 more chats. What do we got here? Ruthless, Paraman, 00001. What's up, dude? Isn't second week always Nike? Usually, but not necessarily. I'm pretty sure there's been years that Nike has not come out second week. You guys, be sure to sub and like the stream if you haven't already. It takes like 2 seconds and it really helps out the stream, especially when it's a little smaller in the off season. I do weekly videos on Supreme and other brands. Never seen my content? Go check it out. Do we know if Tremaine had his hands on this? Asks Garbage Day Productions. We don't. You know, Supreme has always been a very behind the scenes type of brand. I don't imagine that Tremaine had a ton to do with it, but it just depends on how much they actually work out from current time into, you know, future seasons. 1 second again, guys. Sorry. Good old spam call. Love that. So yeah, we don't know if Tremaine had any influence on this. I'd imagine maybe something, but probably not the entire season. But again, like you have to think about brands do work ahead of time. Like they're probably already doing stuff for at least fall winter 24, because you got to think of design, you got to think of inspirations, because there's so many products, guys. I mean, Supreme released well over 200, 300 products last season, and it takes a lot of time to design stuff. Like, I took some fashion design classes in college. Actually, was my minor, and learning about manufacturing and that whole process, it takes a lot of time. They can't just whip up stuff instantly a couple months before the season and expect it to be, all ready. They're storyboarding, they're creating in the design process for many months out. So I assume Tremaine would have some at least small influence on it, but it really just depends on how much he was really involved in the everyday design of all of the pieces. But we'll probably never know, right? Sleeping Elephant says, a lot of vintage, my guess, or why care about anniversary or state it? It's just important, right? I think anytime you have big milestone years like 5, 10, any 5-year increment, really, I think brands always have reason to drum up hype. In Japan in particular, they are very into like all kinds of anniversary things. Like Pokemon had the 30th anniversary pretty recently. I think I even have it. Or no, it was 25. Pokemon had 25-year anniversary kind of recently. I think it was last year, maybe 2020, 21. So they had a lot of stuff that they released for it. And it's just kind of been part of hype culture. People love to commemorate stuff. People love to celebrate. So it's just it's an important date for them. And while we don't know for sure what that means, they'll certainly at least have some pieces will have 30s on it. They definitely will, in my opinion. Oh, what's up, Casey? He said, I wanted some pants on sale since they're so expensive. Too bad Supreme is being a Grinch. Yeah, dude. Amen. I would recommend, Casey, you go over to Poshmark, Grailed, or any other secondhand eBay even, and check out some old Supreme stuff, man. Like, Supreme is cool to cop current season stuff, right? That's the most hype because it's right in front of us. But there are plenty of pieces you can get from the archives that people have maybe worn once or twice, and that you could get for a pretty good deal. Like, if you wanted to get some Supreme pants for like under $200, $150, they're definitely out there. I mean, we can look right now. Let's go to grail.com. Let's not sign into our account right now. Let's go to Supreme pants. Here we go. All kinds of Supreme pants. Ben Davis x Supreme, $66. Obviously, some are going to be expensive. The North Face Supreme, $280, $400. I mean, again, for the hype stuff, people are going to sell it for a lot. But camo work pants, $138. Gently used. I mean, 9 out of 10. Pretty cool. And it's all about you sending people offers and figuring out like what exactly do you want, because a lot of people will just list stuff for super high, even higher than what they want to get out of it, and they'll be willing to take less. But just search up what's going on, Waffle House. What's up, people? Yeah, bro, we just been mostly talking about the Supreme dates right here. Kind of a small stream today, but people are coming in, people are joining, so we're gonna keep going as long as people are here. I'm vibing out. I do have to go at a certain point and get some work done, but I'm actually super stoked that I was worried about having to pick up my car from fucking Safelite after getting a new windshield put in. My girlfriend is absolutely hooking it up and getting that done for me. So shout out to the fam. Very thankful for that. Give me 1 second. I gotta log into my laptop. But yeah, we got some stuff coming soon. Really, 3 weeks from now, we will have more information. Again, it's the last week of January, almost, you know, 2 more weeks of January, kind of. 19th through the 31st. More days than it looks like, but sooner rather than later. I mean, 2 Thursdays from now will be February 1st. I'm assuming by then we will have at least one more item that has leaked, probably. And then even if not, on that 7th right there, it will be the first teaser. So probably 1 item, maybe 2. Another teaser for fall winter was that really cool box logo picture of the model wearing the camo box logo. Casey says, I doubt I could beat a sale for pants though. I mean, yeah, bro. You know, you just gotta think, man, how much do you want the pants, right? Are you looking for the deal? Is the deal more important or is the pants more important? Because if your main focus is price sensitive, then I wouldn't buy Supreme pants, you know? I would buy something cheaper. Get something vintage. Get something at the thrift store for $25. It's not going to be the same, you know what I mean? But that's the kind of problem, dude, right there, is that I saw a lot of this on my channel this year, and I think it's unfortunately a product of the times for a lot of people that got involved with Supreme or got back into the brand since COVID. Everyone has gotten used to having this sale online. So I saw a lot of people in the season being like, I'll wait till this goes on sale, right? And if you were in person, a lot of stuff did go on sale. But if you were like me, and I would assume a majority of people, you don't live near a Supreme store, and then nothing went on sale. So if you like an item, buy it in the season, okay? You can choose to wear it, you can choose to resell it later, but there's no guarantee. And Supreme has proved this, guys. There is no guarantee anymore that there's gonna be an online sale. So that's just what it is, you know. It's you gotta have your priorities. How much do you like the item? What are you willing to spend on it? Are you willing to sacrifice maybe another cop to just get something more expensive? I don't know. It's all part of the buying process, and I think it's really important for me and maybe everyone to kind of think about, like, what are my goals with Supreme? What am I actively trying to do? Am I trying to buy stuff I like and wear it? I think that's the primary thing that we do. Some people want to expand their wardrobe. I'm kind of in that category right now. I want to expand, get new products, new things that can kind of meet where I'm at right now and kind of improve areas of my wardrobe that I don't have many pieces in. Or do you want to buy hype and resell? Obviously a very understandable position to be in too. And that's a fun one because you're kind of speculating on what pieces will be hyped, what people are going for, what people are willing to pay. And I think a lot of people liked that content, and we're definitely going to continue to do resale prediction content, seeing what pieces are gonna do pretty well. But yeah, guys, thank you for coming out. To all the regulars, Sleeping Elephant, Philip, Bo, KC, Waffle House, and Ruthless Garbage Day. I've seen you guys before. Again, guys, if anyone has any closing thoughts or questions, please put them in the chat. But if not, actually, before we do that, does anybody want to see an unboxing? Because I teased it at the beginning of the stream, and then I kind of just stopped talking about it. We'll do that, regardless. For the folks at home, for the VOD watchers, to everybody, we have a live unboxing coming right now. Let's get this camera set up as best we can. Gonna be a big ass box. Big ass box, and then we're probably gonna end the stream. So again, hit like for a live unboxing. Copped it from Alumni New York sneaker store. Ugh. Look at this fucking box, dude. Okay. Here it is, folks, and that camera is so damn bright, like it always is. Maybe one notch. Okay. Tokyo Design Studios. Again, New Balance. Tokyo Design Studios. What is this product? What the hell do you have, Thomas? Well, this is the Snow Peak X New Balance Neo BM C3. And a 10.5. The colorway is white and gray. Look at this sucker. I mean, there's glare on the box, but that's a fucking big box, don't you think? Get this guy open. Okay. Here we go. I know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of obscure. But these are Snow Peak and New Balance boots. Kind of crazy. Kind of out of this world. But I really like these boots. I love Snow Peak's products. Kind of like a Japanese North Face in a way. They kind of focus on making outdoor camping lifestyle products. They also make clothes. And I saw these pop up on Soul Retriever, and I don't know, there's something about them I thought was super sick. And they actually are. I don't know how to actually do it. They are supposed to be some kind of reversible. Like, you're supposed to be able to actually remove this top layer and fully pull out this bottom layer. And I have no clue how to do that, but you can kind of see right there, we're revealing it little by little. This inside is this crazy print with Japanese characters on it. We got pull tabs right here. Maybe we can just pull it out. But pretty neat little snowshoes. Actually was able to get them for under retail. And I don't have a lot of crazy boots, so I figured let's pick these up. I saw they were reselling for a little bit, so we might still sell them. But I'd imagine it's going to be pretty hard to resell some fucking snow boots. So if we got to keep these in the personal collection, I think that's okay, because they look super sick. And if I had them, they would be definitely utilized, and I would have to go up to the mountains of Arizona to utilize the Neo BM C3s. But pretty wild design right there. And yeah, I wish I could fully figure out how to get this top layer off, because it seemed like you could actually get it off in the pictures, but in person it looks, I thought you could like unclip it or something. There's this little nylon grip on the back. Maybe it just rolls down. Maybe that's all it is. Could very well be just a roll down type of situation. But I truly thought that I could actually get this fully off. Maybe I'll check out the pictures in a second. But yeah, the Neo BM New Balance C3s. Concept 3s. Interesting little design. 3 different brands, the Tokyo Design Studio and Snow Peak and New Balance all came together and created the that's wrong keyboard. Snow Peak X New Balance New Balance. There we go. Here they are. Look at these suckers. How do I get them like this? Maybe that's just the insole. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's literally just the inside of the shoe. So can I just pull those out? That's the ticket right there. I mean, check these out. Come on. You want to wear them like this? I don't imagine you can really wear these anywhere but inside. But that's kind of cool though. So you have your actual boots for outside, right? You have the cover, the Snow Peak boot with the outsole, which is a Vibram outsole right there. Can't really see that because of the glare, but it's a Vibram outsole with some pretty intense rubberized material. I don't know if there's any 3M on this. Can't really tell. Where's my phone? Maybe let's see if this is 3M. It's not. No 3M on it. That would have been sick to have that midsole, a kind of mud guard right there, be 3M, but white and gray. And then again, the little booty. You could take off these, leave these at the door, right? And then walk around on some inside floors with the full-on boot, which is pretty sick. I love the kind of design of this. The materials are like a suede right here. This midsole is almost like a canvas. It's not even really a sole. It's kind of like a shell. And then this is a fluffy, probably almost like a fleece cotton liner. It doesn't have the material, but interesting, cool little boot that I picked up from Tokyo Design Studio and